Hello, welcome to Bradley's Maths. This is the first of the Algebra series of videos. This video supports worksheet A1.101, Introduction to Algebra, which can be found in the Algebra collection in my shop, which you can access via my website, https://bradleysmaths.co.uk. Today, we are looking at the language of algebra, and we're going to start by looking at variables, asking the question, if you like, what is a variable? Variables can be anything we use to represent an unknown number in algebra. Usually, we use letters of the alphabet, common letters that we use every day. When writing letters as variables, we usually do so in cursive script. But you have to be very, very careful when you write your letters. Some letters can be mistaken for numbers or other symbols. For example, is it a B or a 6? They're very easily mixed up. Is it an X or a times symbol? That's incredibly easy to mix up. Is it an L or is it a 1? And if you do your L's and your 1s like I do, it's almost impossible to tell. Is it a 0 or is it a letter O? So it's very easy to mix things up. And I'm sure that if you think about it, you'll be able to find other letters that you can mix it up. X is one of the most common variables we use, and normally when we write an X, we do a backward C and a forward C, usually touching together. I've missed here, but this is a cursive letter X. Should I have a slightly better go at it? Let me just have a better go, see if I can get it right. So it's a backward C and a forward C. There we go. That's a letter X in algebra. And if you do it like this one, it's very difficult to mix it up with times. Okay, so I'm going to move on now to expressions. So an expression is just a mathematical phrase. It's a collection of numbers and variables. And it's not something that we can solve. We can factorize expressions. We can substitute values in them to get another numerical value. We can simplify them sometimes, but we really cannot solve an expression. So let's have a look at an expression. This is an expression, 2x. Very simple algebraic expression. 7y minus 3. 7y minus 3. That's an expression. 14p squared over 7q squared. These are all expressions. None of them have an equal sign. They do not have an equal sign, so they are not equations. That's the big difference between expressions and equations. Equations have an equal sign, every single one of them. And usually, I stress, that means that we can solve them to find the value of the variable. So if we give you an example, this is a variable. Sorry, let's start again. This is an expression. As soon as we put an equal sign in and a value after the equal sign, what we have now is an equation, and we can solve this equation to find the value of this variable. Now, as it happens, this is a fairly easy equation to solve. I'm not here today to teach you how to solve equations, but what I am going to tell you is that G equals 2. Okay, so that is an equation. 5G plus 3 equals 13 is an equation, and this here is the solution to that equation. More about solving equations later in the course. That's enough on those for now. So we move on. Writing expressions. Before you can write expressions based on English sentences, you have to know certain keywords, and there are 4 main keywords that you need to know. Sum, difference, product, and quotient. The table then shows what they are, what they want you to do, and some alternative words that examiners will use just to make things a bit more difficult for you if they possibly can. Okay, so sum. The sum of 2 numbers is the result of adding them together. So this indicates addition, and alternatives are more than and add them. So 7 more than x would be 7 plus x, or x plus 7. Either way, doesn't matter. Okay, difference. The difference between 2 numbers is one number subtract the other number. So this is subtraction. Okay, and less than, subtract are alternative words. So if you got write an expression in which 8 is less than 2y, you would have 2y minus 8. Okay, subtraction, it does matter which way round they go. I can't rewrite this as 8 minus 2y because it isn't. It's 2y minus 8. The product of 2 or more numbers. The product of 2 or more numbers is the result of multiplication. Product indicates multiplication. And we have times and multiply. And this is interesting because if we said 3 times x, what we would have is this, 3x. Notice we do not put a times sign in. Okay, we write the number and the letter next to each other. Okay, so that's how we do multiplication in algebra, and the product is the result of multiplication. The quotient is the result of division. So quotient indicates division. You might have the word over or the word divide as alternative words. Find the quotient of 3x squared and 2y squared. You would have, I hope I got this right, 3x squared, I think that's what I said, over 2y squared. Okay, that's how we would show division. And here we have just a note about that. I've already explained it. We don't use the traditional multiply and divide signs when writing algebraic expressions. Numbers and letters are placed next to letters to indicate multiplication, and division is written as a fraction. Okay, that's it for today's video. In the next video in this series, because the next one is going to still be an introduction to algebra, I will have a look at some examples so that you know what you're doing when you tackle the worksheet. That's it from me today. So thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and please go and visit my website, https://bradleysmaths.co.uk. Bye for now.